Morning boys. Today we will start ninth chapter. Ninth chapter is correlation and regression analysis. What is mean by correlations? That is, correlation is nothing but correlations. Clear? So correlation is called correlation. That is, there is the relations. Find the relation between the two variable, that is x and y. X may be something price, demand, and y will be that supply. So you can consider x is one kind of process, y is another one kind of process. If you like to find out that the relationship between the x and variable x and y, that is demand and supply. When the demand is increased, there are two possibilities. Either you may decrease the supply. When you decrease the supply, then automatic demand will be created. Clear? So when the price is the same case, when the price is decreased, automatically demand will be always increased. So it will be depends upon the market. So to find the relations between the two concepts, clear? We don't know what are the concepts that you are going to compare. So just generally we taken as what, x and y. Clear? So when the relation between these two, the variable is called correlation. To find correlation, we have three formulas. That is, with the deviation method from the mean. This is the deviation method from assumed mean. This without deviation method. Direct method. So when the method is not mentioned in the question, you can better follow that second formula. Clear? Second formula you can find out, or no sir, I am able to do the first formula, you can do it first. I will tell you when will you use the first formula, second formula and third formula. Clear? So based on that you can select yourself which formula is convenient for you. Clear? First one is very simple. Only thing you have to be careful about the negative signs. So if you are not about cautious about the negative sign, then you will get wrong answer. And the second formula, you have to be very careful. Calculation is very, very important. By seeing this formula and only calculator, it will be very easy. Don't think like that. If you miss any one single data value, then you will get wrong answer. You never get marks. So be careful of doing these calculations with the help of the calculator. It will take a little time, but once you practiced more times, then it will take only maximum 2 to 3 minutes. You can easily complete this. Clear? So you may have 5 mark questions based on this concept, or 3 marks. Minimum 3 marks is guarantee, but maximum 5. Clear? So we have 3 formula to find the relation between the two variable x and y. The x and y you may consider whatever it is, income, expenditures, clear, EMI. So these all comes when you compare any two kinds of the process, the relations you have to find out by using the correlation method. We have two type of correlation, positive and negative. What is meant by positive? When one will be increased in that same direction. When you compare that income and expenditures, when the income is increased, when the income is increased, simultaneously when the expenditure is also, if it's increased, so this is called a positive correlation. Both are increased. One is increased, your income is increased, your expenditure is coming down. One is increased, another one is decreased, therefore it is called a negative correlations. That's the difference. Like direct variation and inverse variation. What is direct variation? Both will be increased, both will be decreased. That we studied already in the lower classes. Clear? The same concept they are using in the correlation also. Inverse variation, direct variation. What is direct variation? Both quantity will be increased or decreased. Same way in the positive correlation. Both variable x and y should be increased when you compare, or decrease. It is called a positive correlations, like direct variations. Whereas one x variable is increased, y variable decrease. One is increased, another one is decrease. So therefore this is called what in lower classes? Inverse variation or indirect variation. Here it is called negative correlations. That's all. The same concept. Both are increase or decrease. Positive correlation, that is direct variation. Both one is increase, another one is decrease. It is called inverse variation in the lower classes, whereas here we called as positive correlation. If nothing is happened, what will say? No correlations. Clear? that is zero correlation. So based on that concept, we will see some problems. Only these three formula. There is no other formula to find out correlation. Clear? It is called, who is founded this one? Is the man Karl Pearson's. It is called Karl Pearson coefficient correlation. Clear? Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation. To find a correlation means you can use these three formula. The founder of this formula was Karl Pearson. The name of the scientist Karl Pearson. So he found these three formula. You have to use these three formulas, depends upon the given question. I will tell you how to use the first formula, second formula and third formula. In the first formula, mean, that you know how to find out mean, that is x bar, y bar, because here we are finding the relation between the how many variables? Two variables. Therefore, you have to take one as x, another one is y. So how do you find out x bar? We know the formula, that is summation x by n, summation y by n. So when the answer is a whole number, both are whole number, then you have to use the first formula. When you divide these two, you never get decimal, like 5.6, 6.5. So these are all not allowed for the first cases. If you get exactly the whole number like 10, 15, 20, 25, like exact number, the natural number, then you can use the first formula. If it is decimal number, please don't use the first formula. First formula is not suitable for the decimal number. First formula is suitable only for natural number. What does mean by natural number? 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Clear? There is no decimal. If the decimal number, if you got a decimal value for x bar and y bar, sir, I got x bar, whole natural number, but whereas y bar I got a decimal format, you cannot use this formula. You can use this first formula only when x bar and y bar must be a number without decimal digit. If it is a decimal digit in that value for x bar and y bar, you cannot use the first method, though you will get x bar alone. For example, x bar I got 10, y bar I got 11.5. You cannot use this formula because y bar is in decimal number. So you cannot use this formula. Both should be exactly without decimal digit. When both are like natural number 10, 11 without 0.5, then you can use the first formula. That's what I mentioned there from mean. But whereas in the third formula, if we got a decimal number like this, you itself consider, just you have to round up this number, or you can take x is equal to a, assumed mean. You have to take a yourself, which is, you see the question, which number is near to the given data, that we can consider as a, that is called assumed mean. In such a case, you can use the formula, the third one, for assumed mean. Clear? Suppose I got a 6.5 for example, then you can see under x, oh, everything is near to 7 or 8. If it is, all the data are very close to a number. Clear? When you see the x data one by one, all the number must be centralized. It will be centered to some number. It is very close to some number. You take that number as what? A. Or you can take a even with outside of the given table. You no need to take that a only from the table. You are free to take even that number a, that is assumed mean, from out of the table, but the number should be very close to the given data in the table. In such a way, you have to take the value a. Clear? Depends upon the question. Are you clear? So how to take a? You can see the x data. First you have to find x bar. When x bar is not comes and it is the answer of x bar and y bar is in decimal number, then you come to the assumed mean or the second formula. Anyone you can take. Clear? But name is not mentioned, better you follow 1 and 2 instead of the third one. Clear? When the name is mentioned, you have to follow only the particular method. When the name is not mentioned, you can follow any one method, but before you have to follow any one method, x bar is not decimal, first one. When the x bar is decimal one, you go to either second formula or third formula. For third formula, you have to take assumed mean. How to take assumed mean? Just now I said, you have to see the x data in that X data, you can allow you to take A inside the data, any one number which is close to all the datas. Even you are allowed to take a number assumed mean out of the given datas, but that assumed mean should be near to the given datas. In such a way, you have to take for both X and Y. You don't take only for X and don't apply this formula, that is wrong. You have to take assumed mean for both X variable as well as Y variable to take the third one. First one straight away can do, no need to take X bar or assumed mean, straight away you can apply. That is what I mentioned already, capital X, capital Y. Here small x stands for capital X minus X bar, I will tell you. Clear? So these are the three formulas. Just you have to understand that your correlation should be lies between from -1 to +1. When the answer is more than +1, wrong. Less than -1, wrong. Should be -1, from -1 to +1. So now we will go to the exercise 9.1. Boys, very simple exercise. Only thing you have to understand the concept, how to do it. Then you can proceed, use calculator, practice these problems by using calculators. Possible number of times at home, then only you can completely finish your exam on time. Otherwise, this calculation will take more time. If you make any mistakes, then it is very difficult to find out where we made the mistake. Clear? So be careful of working out the problems. Now we will go to the sum number 1. Calculate the correlation coefficient of the following. The coefficient of correlation from the following table, that is question number 1. I write capital X, capital Y. Capital X, capital Y. Under capital X it is given 5, 10, 5, 11, 12, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 7, 1. Under Y 1, 6, 2, 1, 6, 2, 8. 1, 2, 5, 1, 4, 6, then 5, 2. So you have to find out the total by using the calculator. I will tell you the total of summation x, that is 60. This is summation is 40. So now you have to find out x bar. What is your x bar? Formula summation capital X by n. Summation x total 60. I got answer 60. So therefore you have to find out 60. 60 by 10. What will be the answer? 6. What is your y bar? Summation y by n. Summation y bar is 40. Please don't copy as it is. Check whether you get 40 or 60. Refer your answer and find out. Now you see, I don't get any decimal. Do you have any decimal values? No. Therefore, you can apply that first formula. To apply the first formula, you see x is equal to capital X minus x bar. Then small y is equal to capital Y minus capital Y bar. Then I need x square, y square, xy. So this is x square. So x is equal to capital X minus x bar, y is equal to capital Y minus y bar, then x square, y square, xy. Because the formula to find correlation is summation xy by square root of x square into y square, small x and y. So I need x square, y square and xy. That's what I am writing. I open the tabular column. Clear? Depends upon the formula I have to take. What is small x? This is the formula to find small x. This you can use only when x bar, y bar in natural number. There is no decimal number. If it is decimal number, you go for assumed mean method or second method, direct method. That is your wish. When the method is not mentioned, you can follow any one method, even this method also, but you have to find x bar, y bar. X bar, y bar is common for all the three methods, that you have to find out. Depends upon the x bar and y bar, you have to select any one out of those three formula when the method is not mentioned. When the method is mentioned, you please follow only that method. For third method, you please take either, suppose for example, I explain here itself for us, assumed mean. all are very close to 1, 7, 2, 3, 4, 12. Okay, everything is very close to, for example, I am taking that number is very close to 6. 6 is not there in this, but you can take a is equal to 6. 6 is not there under x, but you can take assumed mean is what? 6, because 6 is almost all very close to the given number. So therefore, you can take assumed mean is a. Same method, but in the place of x bar you have to write what? Assumed mean. So in the place of a you have to write 6. X bar replaced by a is replaced by 6. Similarly under cy, here is which number is close to that 5. So you can take inside the data also 5. Then what will come here? A. In the place of a you have to write 5. Same method, but instead of x square, y square, you have to write dx, dy, dx, dy. That's all. If you go for assumed mean, you have to write in the place of small x dx, dy, dx square, dy square, dxy. That's all. Clear, not clear? So this is the formula to find out by using that deviation method. So, but deviation method, if you are confusing the confuse the deviation method, you please apply the second formula when you are not when you get x bar as a decimal one. Clear? So if you go for the deviation method, you please take a. Same, a is 6 is not there under x, but you can take, I told you already, you can take assumed mean even out of this data, but that will be very close to the given data. Clear? Or you can take inside the data also as a. Then you have to replace dx. X is replaced dx, dy, dx square, dy square, dx, dy. So depends upon the question you have to take, or you can apply straight away the second formula. Now x minus x bar, what is your x bar? 6. So I can write here as 6, here I can write y as what? 4. X minus x bar, this is formula, but in the class of note you can write in the place of x bar is what? 6, because we found x bar is what? 6, y bar is 4. So now you have to subtract 5 minus 6, how much? Minus 1. Then 10 minus 6, 4. 5 minus 6, minus 1. 11 minus 6, 5. 12 minus 6, 6. 4 minus 6, 2. 3 minus 6, minus 3. 2 minus 6, 4. 7 minus 6, 1. 1 minus 6, minus 5. Clear? I need summation x square, I don't want summation x, so no need to add, not necessary. See the formula, I need total of x square, y square and x into y. So likewise you have to subtract and do it. I will straight away write down that answer. Please you have to, don't copy, you have to try and check whether it is correct or wrong. Clear? 4, 1, that is minus 3, 0, 2, 1, minus 2. Then x square. What is x square? 1, 16. Just you have to square the x. No negative under x square and y square. Be careful. 1, 25, 36, 36, 4, 9, 16, 1, 25. This total you have to write. What is the total? 134. Then similarly you have to find y square. 1, 16, 1, 25, 36, 4, 9, 16, 1. Oh, I am writing that x. Y square, where will come y? So 9, 4, 4, 16, 1, 9, 0, 4, 1, 4. What is this total? This total is 52. Then x, y, just you have to multiply and see x, y, x into y, 1, 3 is 3. Be careful. When you go for the calculation, you have to multiply minus into minus plus 3. You may have the negative value as well as positive value, because you are multiplying that x and y, but whereas x square y square, no negative sign. When you square the negative, negative will be positive. Therefore, under the x square, y square, please don't write any negative sign. Your answer is wrong. So now you multiply small x and small y. 1 into 3, 3. 4 2s are 8. 2. 5 4s are 20. 6 1 is 6. 2 3s are 6. 0. 4. 4 2s are 8. Minus 8. 1 into 1, 1. 5 2s are 10. This total is given 48. Please check your total and do it. Clear? So that I completed the tabular column by using that mean x bar. You can apply this method only when x bar and y bar without decimal point. If there is a decimal point, you please don't use this formula. Better you can use second formula or third formula. Just now I said how to use the third formula. Clear? Or you can use that way the first formula. So all the three methods you have to learn and find out which one is better one. Now I know all the information in this tabular column. Just you have to substitute summation xy. What is summation xy? Summation xy is 48. Just you have to substitute summation xy. This total 48. Summation x square is 134. Square root of 134 into summation y square is 52. How do you simplify by using the calculator? First you multiply these two. Then press square root symbol. You will get an answer. So you can write 48 by that answer. Clear? First you multiply these two. Then press the square root symbol. You will get one answer. After that point, you can take 4 digit. First you have to write. Then next you have to divide 48 by this answer. You will get straight away 0.572. 0.572. By multiply, take square root, write down that answer, then divide 48 by that answer, you will get 0.572. Remember, if you don't, your answer should not be crossing more than 1 and your answer is not crossing that minus 1, that is minus 2 point, your answer is wrong. You may have minus value, correct, but that should not be crossing, that is less than minus 1 or more than plus 1. Clear? So this is the method to find out correlation between the two variables by using that mean deviation method. By using the deviation method from the mean. Mean should be the without decimal number. If it is decimal number, either you can apply the second formula, that is direct method, or third formula, that is deviation from assumed mean. So this is the method. You please practice at home by seeing the problems. Some of the boys have this only calculator you can do. We will do straight away in the examination hall. So that will take more time. I am telling you right now, you will take 30 minutes to complete one problem. So if you practiced more at home, 3 minutes enough. Clear? Now we will go to the sum number 2. Find the coefficient of correlations. Sum number 2. Same method. So you have to apply the sum, you have to follow the same model. Question number 1 and 2, same method. You please follow that question number 1 for the question number 2. Now we will go to question number 3. Question number 3, what is that? You have to find out the solution. Question number 3, first one is capital X, capital Y. How many data are given? 23, 27, 28. 23, 27, 28. 29, 30, 31. 33, 35, 33, 35, 36, 39. Under Y, 18, 22, 23. 18, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28 and 29, 30, 32. First you have to add. First you have to add all the data. Clear? Now we will see that whether addition will come in the decimal or not. I don't know calculator, so I am using the calculators now. You please check the total. Clear. Now 23 plus 27 plus 28 plus 29 plus 30 plus 31 plus 33 plus 35 plus 36 plus 39. So you will get how much? 311. When you divide this by number of datas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What is your x bar? Your x bar is 311 by 10, which will give you 31.1. It is come decimal point, so you cannot apply the first formula. Clear? So you have to apply either second formula or third formula. We will check under y also. Y 18 plus 22 plus 23 plus 24 plus 25 plus 26 plus 28 plus 29 plus 30 plus 32, 257. That is y bar is 257 by 10. You will get decimal. So when you use the decimal, you cannot allow to use the first formula. Either you take deviation method from assumed mean or state method. Clear? So how do you use these deviation methods as per assumed means? You have to see that all the datas. Which one is very closer to this one? Maximum 30. You can take 30 or 31 because 31 is very close to all the values, or you can take apart from this one some other datas. Like 23 is there, isn't it? First data is how much? 23. So you can take other than this one. Better you take 30. If you take 30 as A, what will come here? Small x, that is dx is equal to capital X minus 30. If you take that under y, that is dy is equal to capital Y minus under y, which will be very easy, that is 25. Your wish. You can take other than 25 also. 30 and 25, that is your wish. You are assuming that here I consider 30 and 25, but you may allow to take some other values. Then you, after subtracting, you will get this answer. Square this number, then you have to open the telegram like this and find out. This is the second method. But I will teach you now that direct method, but without finding that dx, dy, dx square, dy square, you can do straight away, that is x square, y square, xy. So what is the problem? By applying the straight formula, the calculation will be very tedious one. Calculation part is more by applying the direct method. Once you are very good in the calculation by using the calculator, then you can prepare this one when the method is not mentioned. When the method is mentioned, you please follow only that particular method. Now I am doing the applying the direct method instead of applying the assumed mean, that is dx. Just now I said how to find out. You please apply and check whether you get correct answer or not. I can write straight away the answer 23 square. That's the problem. So calculation will take more. This will take time also. So 8, 4, 1, 900, 961, 33 into 33, 1089, 35 into 35, that is 1225. Then 36 into 36 will get 1296, and 39 will give 1521. This total is 9875. So this will take more time, direct method. So you follow either the first method or third method. For third method you have to apply deviation method, dx method. Clear? No sir, we have calculator, we can follow. You are able to do that problem, given problem, if it is given decimal like this, x bar and y bar, we are able to find the answer by using the direct method. You can proceed, no problem, nothing wrong. This is 324, 22 into 22, 484, 23 into 23 is 529, then 6 to 576, 6 to 5, 25 into 25, 6 to 5, 676, 784, 841, 900, 1024. This total is 6763. Boys, check your answer. Then x into y. Multiply these two and write here. This method will take more time. So 494, 594, 644, 696, 750, 806, 924, 1015, 1080, 1248. This total 8171. So I know all the totals. Clear? This is how much? 257. So what is the formula for third one? The second formula we have n into xy. The correlation is equal to n into xy minus x summation y by n summation capital X square minus summation x the whole square root. Formula will be a little more. So n into summation capital Y square minus summation y the whole square. So this is the formula to find the correlation coefficient between the two variable x and y. This is the formula for direct method. Clear? So just you have to substitute n is equal to 10. 10 into summation x y. 8171 minus summation x summation y. 311 into 257. Then denominator n into summation x square, that is 10 into, what is your x square answer? 9875. Summation x the whole square, 311 the whole square, square root, into 10 into 6763 minus 257 the whole square. So just you have to simplify. I will give the answer straight away. That is simplification answer alone I will tell you now. Clear? So what is the answer? The numerator 81710 minus 79927 over 98750 minus 96721 square root into square root of 67630 minus 66049. Finally, you will get answer 1763 by, I will write down this answer. Answer 1763 over 45 into 39.76. I will write straight away the answer. See, subtract these two, take square root. Subtract these two, take square root. Subtract these two, write down as it is. When you multiply and divide, you will get 0.9965. That's the answer. Clear? So the calculation is more. I just worked out at home. I am writing down the calculations as it is. Clear? I worked out at home. I am writing the calculations. But you have to work it out. Then you come to know that how many minutes you take to complete this problem by using the direct method, and the same one you try with the help of the deviation method by taking a asymptotic mean just now explained, and check which one you feel very easy and comfortable, then you can follow, you will get answer. Clear? This is the direct method you can follow. And we have some other concept is there based on, so there are so many problems are there, some number. See, we can apply this model for the question number 5, 6. Clear? 5, 6 are homework. 2, the sum number homework. 2, 3, that is 2, 5, 6 are homework. I talked about that fourth sum, that will take only 3 minutes. So we will complete the sum number 4. All the information is given. Tabular column is not necessary for the sum number 4. So only the 2, 5, 6 are homework. So you have to select any one of the 3 formulas depends upon the x bar. If you want to apply direct method, you can apply, or you go for that deviation from the mean or deviation from the assumed mean. Sum number 4, that will be very simple. So number capital N is given 15, number of data is 15, then sum x bar, mean, arithmetic mean, they gave already the values, y bar, x bar, y bar, it is a whole number. So you can apply which formula? First formula. Then sum of the squares of deviation from the arithmetic mean, that is summation x square 136, summation y square is 138. It is given. All the information is given. Then summation xy is also given the last line 122. So tabular column not necessary. Just you have to write on the formula. First formula, summation xy by square root of summation x square, summation y square 122 by square root of 136 into 138. Clear? Just you have to multiply. Take square root, write first, follow the rules. First you multiply these two, take square root, write down the answer, then you divide, you will get required answer. Clear? So remaining problems we can see in the next class, that is rank. How to find out rank by using the correlation method. Clear? Thank you, boys.